Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fragrance Fireside Chat. I'm your host, Cody. I've got a lot of things to say in this video. There's a lot of stuff to mention, and a lot of stuff that a lot of people have been asking about. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Let me start with my scent of the day. My scent of the day was a fragrance that is a fragrance that I'm going to review this week. It is John Varvatos' Rock Volume 1. It is a limited edition fragrance. I don't believe that it's sold right now, and you have to, kind of go hunting for it. And so expect to see this review coming soon. But either way, let me know what your scent of the days were. Let me know what you're wearing, whatever time you actually see this video. I'm always curious. I always like to get a feed on what people are wearing and kind of go from there. Next order of business, my webpage. I have mentioned a lot of times that I felt like I was going to, get up a webpage up and going, and I think I'm going to actually start doing that. I know that I'm actually going to start doing that now. Now, I believe Wild Dove X and a couple other people asked me, well, what was the purpose of the page? And at first I kind of wanted it to be an extension of this fragrance video blogging, and I thought about it and I realized that's not actually what I wanted to do with it. As many of you know, I actually debate a lot. I like to talk a lot of different subjects, and what I think I'm actually going to end up doing is, or not think, I know at this point that I'm going to end up doing is getting a site up that really touches on other things. I'd like to be able to comment on various issues, whether it be what's happening in the current media, what's happening in blah, blah, blah. So I'm actually going to be starting a completely different site on that. Now, it's still going to be a personal site. Well, what I mean by that is there's still going to be areas, touching upon fragrances that I'm going to actually keep separate from, normal things. And I'm actually going to kind of expand off. So this fragrance part is actually just one thing. And the reason being is because I'm actually creating a separate channel. And the separate channel, based off of this, has nothing to do with fragrances and everything to do with games. And so what is that called again? Video casting, twitching, whatever that, Twitch, I believe. Basically, it's showing you as you play these games, and you kind of go through it. And I think I'm going to actually go ahead and do that, just because I'm just curious to see how it'll actually go. And the reason why I want to keep the channel separate is because, well, obviously not everyone who is into my fragrance is into video games or anything like that. And so I also wanted to kind of keep how my fragrance channel is doing separate from the gaming channel, because gaming is loads more popular than fragrances, and I don't want to mess up. I'm just anal like that. I don't want to mess up the subscription base that I have here and compare it with there, basically. So that's what you're going to see. But all of that is going to be linked through this main page that I have going on, and that really is the idea, to kind of keep it more of it's got a lot of social hubs, so I'll add like an Instagram account where you're going to see various fragrance pictures or whatever it may be. And yes, I've got the rough idea in my head, planned it out, and I've just got to sketch out and come up with the final thing of what I'm actually going to do. Okay? So that's on that end. On a completely different side note, I actually bought this little baby. For those of you who don't know, this is a double-edged razor with a new, straight razor. But either way, what I'm going to be doing with this is shaving with it. Now, I've always used the Gillette blah, blah, blah. But I was in a conversation with a couple people, and they're basically like, yo, what are you doing? Shave like a man. And so they basically recommended this when I had it and bought it. And so right after this video, I'm going to shave with this thing. And I've got, the oils and shaving cream and everything along with it. We'll see how it goes. I just don't want to end up looking like, I've been in a fight with Wolverine before I go to work tomorrow. And so we'll see what happens with that. And the final thing that I wanted to go ahead and mention is expect a sale video to be going up this week as well. Now, I've mentioned and I let people know that I was going to be putting up a sale video. I'm going to start selling a lot of the fragrances that I don't use, just because, at this point, I don't want to keep that many fragrances for it. I still want to keep buying fragrances and reviewing them and then selling them if I don't feel that, it's going to suit my collection or anything like that. So expect to see that. I really want to go to that format where I'm really just being a product reviewer almost for fragrances on this channel. So expect to see a little bit more of a transition in that. And that end, you're probably going to see a lot more fragrances that I dislike appearing on this channel as well too. Because naturally, because I review fragrances that I had in my collection, it's either something that I either blind bought or something that I felt compelled to buy. So naturally, a lot of the scores for the fragrances that I review are generally a bit higher. And so with this kind of transition and change, it'll allow me to go and be a little bit more free. I still want to review, fragrances, and I don't want to take the full hit for the actual fragrance. So I'm willing to sell it at a little bit of a discount for it. And we'll go from there, basically. So that's really one of the reasons. I'm going to start with like 10 fragrances that I'm going to sell and kind of go from there. I'm going to link it to Al's video, Al's monthly. Oof, almost just kind of pulled something. Yeah, whatever. But yes, that is the idea. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free, let me know, leave a comment down below, do whichever you got to do. Thank you, take care of yourselves, and have a great day.